Now student, I'm going to teach you chapter number 8, Framing of Constitution and its Features. Students, this chapter is very important. It is part of civics. You are going to learn certain new concept in this chapter. So students, pay attention over here. Constitution means what? Constitution, here the definition is given. Any systematic collection of rules. Means it's a collection of rules designed to govern a country's regime, means system of government, is known as constitution. It's a systematic collection of rules for governing the country. It's considered as constitution. Why it is important? So just pay attention. Constitution is the basic and the most important document. Basic means students, it's a main, basic and most important document. The law of the country are based on the constitution. All the laws of the country that based on the constitution. The country's constitution and the constitutional laws should be subject to relevant provisions. The constitution is superior, means above to all the laws of the countries. It enjoys the supreme position. Okay. Constitution involves periodically changes requirement of the people, aspiration, desires, expectation, interest as well as emotion, which are very high. Means our constitution is dynamic. Dynamic means what? Our constitution is changing, updating itself. Okay, periodically changing requirement of the people's aspiration, desires, people's expectations, interest and emotions. As the time passes, the constitution also changes. Constitution is known as live and basic document. So constitution is very important and constitution is superior to all the laws of the country. Now students, process of framing the constitution. How our constitution frame, students. So just pay attention. Before independence, the British government on 25th March 1946 handed the duty to the cabinet mission of 3 members to find the solution to the questions of India's independence. Cabinet mission was called off before our independence. So British government on 25th March 1946 given the duty to cabinet mission of 3 members to find out the solution of India's independence. On the basis of the recommendation of the cabinet mission, Constituent Assembly was constituted and the structure of constitution was decided. So that cabinet mission member had given the recommendation and Constituent Assembly. Assembly means group of the members which were formed for framing the constitution. Clear? So structure of the constitution was decided. Now it's a group of the members. So total 385 members, in which the members from different religions, caste, gender, people from various geographical diversification, means the people used to live in different area of India, political representative, experts from various sectors were included. Constituent Assembly comprise of 385 members and these 385 members includes several person from different geographical areas. Clear? Different caste, different religion, different gender, people from various geographical areas, then different political leaders and experts included in it. So students, you have to remember the name for the section A question. So you just tick mark over here. Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, Shyam Prasad Mukherjee, H.P. Modi, H.P. Kamnath, Frank Anthony, Kanhayalal Munshi, Krishnaswamy Iyer, and Baldev Singh. And two women representatives are there, that Sarojini Naidu and Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit were the members of the Constituent Assembly. Out of the 385 members, these names have given in your textbook, so you have to learn it. Students, now most important thing to underline for your MCQs and all, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of the Constituent Assembly. Who was the president of Constituent Assembly? Dr. Rajendra Prasad. And a committee appointed to draft means to design the constitution, the chairmanship of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. So Dr. Ambedkar was appointed to draft the constitution. So students, you have to remember the name, you have to remember the numerical data, 385 member. From this paragraph you have to learn this thing. The Constituent Assembly include 385 members. Two women representatives were there, Sarojini Naidu, Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the chairman of the Constituent Assembly, and Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was appointed to draft the constitution. That you have to remember. Now, how our constitution was formed? Students, that you have to remember that Constituent Assembly met for 166 sessions. Sessions means meetings, okay, was held 166 sessions over the period of 2 years, 11 months and 17 days. That you have to remember. Okay, met for 166 sessions, 2 years, 11 months and 17 days. And afterward then our constitution that formed. That you have to remember. 166 session, our Constituent Assembly met for 166 sessions, 2 years, 11 months and 17 days. Members of Assembly had discussed the thread bar, each and every point minutely, properly, each and every detail of the provisions, keeping in the constant matter of constitution of different countries. In this constitution, there were 295 articles and 8 appendix. After amendments, amendment means changes, 395 articles and 9 appendix. The constitution was framed. So you have to remember this only, that our constitution includes 395 articles and 9 appendix. Now you have to remember, on 26 November 1949, the constitution was unanimously passed in the Constituent Assembly. Okay, our constitution was framed on 29 November 1949. This you have to remember. Okay, but our constitution came into existence on 26 January 1950. Our constitution was framed on 26 November 1949, but our constitution came into existence on 26 January 1950. Okay, and that day the India was declared as Republic nation, and we are celebrating what? Republic Day on that day, because our constitution came into existence. Clear? So therefore every year on 26 January we celebrate Republic Day with a national favor. In the Indian Constitution we have 4 lines, okay, as a national anthem and national slogan Satyamev Jayate. The Constitution provides for citizenship, rights, duties of the people, directive principles of the state policy, union matlab central government state relationship, election, emergency provisions. That's why our Constitution of India is detailed, elaborated, expanded national documents. It includes everything. So students, you have to learn this. Clear? What? That our Constitution that framed on 26 November 1949 but came into existence on 26 January 1950. That's why we celebrated this day as a Republic Day. Clear? Now what is preamble? Students, tick mark these two lines. Preambles, first of all, preamble means what? An introduction. An introduction of the constitution. Is the core, means central. Important part of the constitution. Indian constitution that begins with the preamble, means starts with the preamble. The words written in the preamble that highlights the soul of the constitution. Which words? That I am going to explain you. Okay, for example, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, that highlight the soul of the constitution. Now preamble, we the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into. Solemnly means soberly impressive. Resolve to constitute India into. These all are the ideals of the preamble. Sovereign. Sovereign means what? Not controlled by anyone. Okay. Socialist, secular, democratic and republic, and to secure to all its citizens. These all are the ideals, and that I am going to explain you detail afterwards. It also includes justice. Okay. Justice socially, economically and politically. It also expresses liberty, means freedom. Freedom of thought, expression, you can express anything. Belief, faith and worship. Equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all. Fraternity means feeling of brotherhood, that assuring the dignity of the individual, and to the unity and integrity, means ekta, of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949. Why it is called 26th day 1949? Because our constitution was framed on that day. Do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this constitution. So this is called preamble. The ideals that written in the preamble: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. Students, you have to remember this. Okay. Preamble remained unchanged till 1976, and in 1976 the word socialist, secular, unity and integrity of the nations were added. Means till 1976 preamble as it is. From 1949 to 1976 preamble was unchanged. After 1976 socialist, secular, unity, integrity of the nations were added. The preamble verbalize means express in words fundamental objectives of the constitution. Preamble express in words the objectives of the constitution, aims, ideas and the principles. For the preamble straightway gives the clear insight, okay, deep understanding of the constitution framers, okay, rule of welfare. It gives clear insight, means deep understanding of rule of welfare. Welfare means well-being of the human beings. The preamble reflects the constitution framers' psyche, means mental state. Now, why preamble is important? Okay, importance of the preamble. Preamble as a soul of the constitution is also an important necessity. Preamble is considered as a soul of the constitution and is also very important to understand the framing of any law. Interpretation means its explanation, understanding. Preamble give proper guidance. If any law framed in the Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, preamble help us to understand the law. Preamble gives a proper guidance. To understand the policy behind framing any law, preamble plays an important role. To understand the policy behind the framing any law, preamble plays a very important role. The preamble is useful tool, means instrument, to avoid the trouble in the interpretation, means explanation and understanding of the constitution. If we do not understand what written in the constitution and all, so preamble gives us a proper explanation and understanding. Clear? When any ambiguity, means aspashtata, improper thing, obscure details in the law arises, preamble help in understanding and interpreting the law. If anything that not proper, improper, aspasht, okay, preamble help us in understanding and interpretation, means explanation and understanding of the law. That's why preamble serves as a compass. Compass means what? That's why preamble is nation's unity, integrity, ekta. Okay, it's standard crust of brotherhood, means fraternity among the citizens who having noble sentiments and ideals. Preamble is backed by very high ideals and the goals. So preamble is very important. Now pillars of the preamble, that the which ideals are stated in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. The words inscribed in the preamble that you have to write it down: sovereign, as I told you, that not controlled by any other countries, okay, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, fraternity and equality. These all you have to write it down in the question number 1. In that, the first one, that which ideals are stated in preamble in the Indian Constitution. So apart from this, I am going to explain you the first one, democracy. Students, this word is not new for you. You have already learned this word in your previous standard. Okay. Now just pay attention. Democracy means for the people, with the people, by the people, that considered as India is a democratic country. The ultimate sovereignty of the power is with the people according to the Indian Constitution. The ultimate power of choosing the government, that is with the people according to Indian Constitution. There is no particular regime, means system of government of any one particular person instead of it with the people, means we have a right to choose our government. Government will obtain the power because of us, people. People plays most important role over here. Clear? So no particular region of any one particular person can run the whole country, but people plays the most important role. That what the democracy means. So students, you have to remember the democracy, the word is derived from the Greek word demos, means people, and kratos means power, means people gives power to the government. Country's power is not within the group of the people. Instead, it is within the people of the country. Democratic state administration is such an arrangement in which there is equal justice for the people to social, economic, political, and having equal rights of participation. Democratic state administration is arrangement that equal justice given to the people. Equal justice means nyay, given to the people socially, okay, economically means that related to their occupations and all, and political means giving vote and all, having equal rights of participation. In democratic India, people elect their leaders through their choice by casting vote to represent those leaders in parliament, thereafter assuming the post of prime minister and his and cabinet. In simple words, people choose the government, prime minister and his and her cabinet by giving vote. Executive do not have absolute power. They are given specific time limit. Similarly, the voter elect the state, local level government, Hence, you know students, democracy means by the people, for the people and of the people. What do you mean by cabinet? Cabinet consists of members of parliament. Cabinet of minister is responsible to the parliament. Any citizens of India who possess means having required constituent assembly eligibility can contest the election. That person can stand in the election. Those who are having the eligibility, constitutional eligibility. Ministerial positions are not acquired hereditary. Hereditary means varsavat. Okay, for you have to stand. If you want to be a minister, you have to fight the election. An elected government has 5 years of tenure. Tenure means time period. Chief Minister, Prime Minister have 5 years of time period. This government works under the principles of the Constitution. Government has to follow strictly the Constitution, principles of the Constitution. That's why it is known as responsible government. You have the definition defined. Okay, what do you mean by responsible government? This government works under the principle of Constitution. Therefore, it is known as responsible government. The democratic government is based on liberty, freedom, equality, and feeling of fraternity means brotherhood, and continuously work to achieve these goals. The Constitution disseminates means gives the power to the people to cast their vote according to their free will and thereby instill confidence in the Constitution. Means the people not forcibly but they are according to their will they are giving the vote. The Constitution of Democratic India renders fundamental rights, principles for political directions, parliament, member of assembly, independent, impartial justice, election commissions are those provisions which make our country democratic in every means. It gives fundamental rights, principle of political direction, parliaments, member of assembly, impartial justice system and election commissions. Now students, you have to learn these 3 lines. Adult suffrage means what? Okay, question number 1 in that the second one. What do you mean by adult suffrage? Means a citizen about the 18 years of age. He or she has the right to give the vote to one choice of leaders without discriminating. Okay, caste, creed means race, religion, language, gender, education, income or birthplace. But it is essential that the citizens are enlisted in electoral list. Means what? If you are having the age 18 age or above the 18 age, you have a right to give the vote without discriminating any caste, creed, language, no matter where you are living, no matter whether you are educated or uneducated, no matter you are from low class or high class. Okay, you have a right to give the vote. The students, you have to learn this. Now democracy, India is the democratic country. Okay, question number 2 in the 6th one, democratic republic country. Students, you have to write it down from this democracy. Okay, at least 6 to 7 points you have to write it down. Irrelevant point you can remove. Now socialistic. As I told you, after 1976 the socialist word, after 1976 the socialist word added in the preamble. Indian Constitution Amendment. Amendment means changes. Indian Constitution Amendment changes. Constitution of India added in the 42nd amendment the word socialist. Most of the provisions in the Constitution of India directly or indirectly show social revolution which brought socio-economic equality, further the aim of welfare state. Simple words, the word socialist added after 1976 in the Constitution. Okay, the principle of socialist pattern directs means give the direction in social, economic and political equality for the citizens given in the preamble. Means what? This socialistic word means give social, economic and political justice and equality to the citizens of India. It is regarded as a prime means main features of the state. It reflects the fact that the India committed to secure socio-economic political justice for all its people. It means that India should give the social, economic and political justice to all the people, those who are living in India. India stands for abolishing means removing all the forms of exploitation means shoshan, as well as for securing equitable distribution of income, resources and wealth. It simple means India have to remove all the type of exploitation, social and equal distribution of income, means no gap between the rich and the poor. Equal resources and wealth should be given to the poor also. Any one particular person should not have power over all the assets. Assets means all the properties and all. Everyone should have equal opportunity by getting facilities, provisions from society. Okay, everyone should have a right to get the assets of the country. Not only single person should hand it over all the assets, thereby eliminating the discrimination of rich and the poor. So wide gap between the rich and poor, that should be removed. Okay, so nowadays in India, rich become more richer and poor become more poor. That thing should be removed. So therefore we can say that Constitution of India is socialistic documents. Means equal opportunity should be given to the people of India. Social, economic and political equality, social, economic and political justice should be given to the people. Okay, so in the socialistic word that added after the 1976. Okay. Now secularism. In the year 1976, by 42th Indian Constitution Amendment, the word secular was inserted, means included. So socialist and secular word added after 1976. Now India is a secular country. Now what do you mean by secular country? Means India accepts all the type of religion. You have a right to follow your own religion. The state doesn't have its own religion, and state doesn't force you to follow one particular religion. So that is considered as secularism. India is a secular country. India can never become one particular religious country as per the provisions of Constitution. India does not follow any particular religion. So the country never promotes any religious activities. The country cannot involve any secular activity with religious activity. If any kind of the administration, the state or the country cannot involve, means mix the religious activity into the secular activity. The citizens of the country has a freedom to choose his and her religion and follow his religion and do the ceremonies of the religions and whatever it may be. The country cannot discriminate, means bhedbhav. The country cannot discriminate the citizens on the religious basis. Okay, equal opportunity that given by the government to each and every person, those who are following different religions. So there is no discrimination. Equal job opportunities, political rights to the citizens are given without any religious discrimination. All have equal rights for getting the government job and any other job. So secularism is the basic foundation, mandatory features of the constitution. So Sarva Dharma Samdrishti means equals in the eyes. Sarva Dharma Sambhav are the principles that included in the constitution. So no particular religions would be encouraged in any states. Okay, all the religions are equal in the eyes of the laws. There is no prohibition on any citizens to propagate, means spread his and her religious belief, trust and faith. You have a right